Yo, 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 yo. When it comes to my lyrical thesis, don't be facetious. Calculate what you're going to say, aka speeches. You can play this message for everyone that it reaches. I snatch the pitch from their claws, leave you with spineless speeches. I drop landmines like storming no-meaning beaches. Wait while you recover, attack you while at your weakest. You a hypocrite like a sinner who always preaches. Talking about the Lord, but you really don't know who he is. We is judge and jury, fuck what your plea is. Stand trial but see for a planet right where your feet is. Flip the button, kaboom, blow you to little pieces. Have the courtroom smelling like burnt flesh and pieces. Jesus, ordering court, judge calling recess. Trying to understand if you witness the shit that preaches. The people upset cause that shit was kind of egregious. I've been over the top ever since I was just a fetus. Yo, 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 yo,
I hear it and practicing to spit it out of man. Understand that you're practicing when you already got it. When they claiming that they better if you're writing and it's no. If it's 21 plus, they gon' find you, there you go. Damn, Z, always understand this for the family. These niggas out here weak, ain't no way that they can stand me or plan me. Always recognize and never hesitate. You listen to the track, moving around and he did me.
I am Michael Myers to every MC, I am Halloween. Texas Chainsaw, I'm the cypher lead. The cerebellum is the predator. You ain't ready for what I'm ready for. It's whatever, brother. Rest in peace to my competitors. Live from the gas chain, but my mind's so fucking tangled. Take one of these fucking rappers, hang them behind and watch them dangle. Cut the fucking rope, and if you twist it, he get strangled. I control the MIC and you can't fuck with me. No, not like you do not give a fuck if you don't like me. This is strictly for my niggas like 2PAC. I'm colder than the polar vortex, chillin' in the AC. Mr. Freeze to my foes, that means you can't freeze what's already frozen. I got some good gas, that strong, smoking by the whole zone. So fucking high, I roasted on top of the old zone. Boy, sounding wet as hell. Got the suits, rhyme form, I form bold torn. There is no jamming cyphers here. Hits from the phone, taking hits from the phone. Driving out the mist, time to jumping out the couple shots out the megaphone. Next time you speak, like speak up, pussy bitch, use the call. I use the call, slide like category 10, cyclone, cause cataclysmic hit, poured up the home, fire plastic flow, no warning shots, it's all kill shots, straight to the dome, yeah, I'm on my smooth dog, my climb to the ball, stay there, way back, call the hands back, triple speed on the track, plus the gas and air range, yeah, we came to party with the whole team, ransack, track, tight, run neck, back, creeping on the low, it's that MYSTRO, that my heart don't wreck the damn show, now all I gotta do is shut the fucking door, chillin', reclining on the scene, I be coolin', they say I'm looking mean, I ain't trippin', I'm just trying to see the green, we having fun and we fulfilling our dreams, yo, 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 yo.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? MZ here with another episode of Musically Zone Talks Boxing. And as the title says, what happened to Tim? I'm curious to know what you're thinking after seeing, dare I say, the demolishment of Tszyu. It brings up a question in my mind. Could the same kind of fate be waiting for Earl Spence facing Fundora? There can be a lot of opinions about what happened to old Tim, but even Tim was found later on after the fight wondering what he was hit with and what happened. I guess that's just how it goes in boxing. But as usual, we're going to sit back and chill, let the family fall in, let everybody organize and get themselves together and come on in, and so we can kick your feet up. If you got something to smoke, you smoke. If you got something to sip, you sip it. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Either way, it helps me out. Leave a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. So we're going to go ahead and try to get into it. But while we wait and I roll up, I'm going to hit y'all with a track that I got that I'm working on with the artist down here in San Antonio. His name is Legit Born. And this song is this track is called You Can't. Let me know what you think. Okay, let's get this reset. Making me look bad. Making me look bad. Now, as I said before, this track that we're getting ready to play is featuring Legit Born out of San Antonio. Tell me what you think. Come on now.
I tell them you can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. Bang, bang, don't try me, that fire always be by me. You can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. I'm gassed up, ignite me, my cash up, too lit, I be up. I'm a type of nigga that says shit straight. I never did hate, that's a bitch nigga trait. By any means, baby, I'ma get to the K. I been a real nigga, so it ain't for debate. Beefing with me, get you hit with a stake. She left you for me, saying you the mistake. I can't be replaced. No, saving what hoes. Do you see me with a cake? I hustle from sun up to sundown. If a hater run up, he get walked down. We be up in that stick on who talk down. Reaching for my shit, 5-5. I be putting in work, I don't clock out. Talking dirty, you niggas get mopped out. Shout it like how I kick it like Kung Lao. Cause these niggas be chicken, compound. I ain't wanna do it, but have to. I'm the shit like I live in the bathroom. Pull up, eat it, and dip, she fast food. Girl, let me show you what this cash do. I'm going nuts like the cashews. My name in they mouth with a bad move. Not a brokey, I go with a cash move. I'ma set this shit off if I have to. Hey. Niggas ain't built like me, bionicles, but you self-made. It's ironic though, you original, but you be copying. I'm by my coins, I got that sonic flow. Bruce Lee, Roy, bitch, I got the glow. Probably run a ticket up at Papa Do's. Call me Young Atomic, cause I'm about to blow, nigga. Pause, no homo, no homo.
Gotta say, what's up? What's going on? Big bro put a dang, did he show up or what? I appreciate that, big bro. He put a bomb and the flame on it. Let me know that I'm in the right direction with the new artist. Gotta say, what's up to Trey X, Mr. Wizard. Welcome down, Texas Ranger. Welcome down, Walker. The Oracle when it comes down to picking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. My brother Trey X in the house. Always good to see family coming through as we kick it. As I said, I'm gonna sit back and let us fill in the congregation. But the question is in the title: what happened with Tim? And I'm adding on. Could this be something laying in wait for the truth against Pandora? It's a question that I thought I wanted to pose and throw out there, and see what my constituents and family think about it. Let me go ahead and say this episode is going to be dedicated to my big sister Pat in H-Town and my Floridian friends in Florida, Gil Coles being number one of them, because they I promised them some time back that I would give them a show where most of the tracks had an effect of being slowed down. Had the effect of being slowed down. Not quite screw. But somewhere in that lane where we can give them something that they can listen to, something that they would like. So with no more further ado, I'm gonna open up that testament and get it going for them. Now y'all forgive me if I press the wrong button sometime, because I got to make sure I get the right track going. But with that being said, I'm about to have me some fun. Congratulations. Congratulations to the New York Liberty. They balled out from game 1 to game 5. They went on and took it. Man, and Tszyu and all those girls, man, all I can do is give them a congratulations. That point guard Williams really showed me she got the skills to be a point guard, to look for the pass first and then score. And when she was needed, oh boy, did she show up. All of those young ladies showed up, and congratulations to them. I was kind of thinking that they would be the ones to pull it off. So with that being said, no, that's the wrong one. I'm trying to find Hydro Blow that we put down in the slow down market. But boy, the Kane's part sounds so live, man. Slow down, it sounds so live. If I can find the episode of it. Tszyu, man, I don't know. I can't wait for enough to come in so we can start talking about it, breaking it down, because Tim just did not look like he did not look. Could he have overtrained? Possibly. Is that a thing? Could he have overtrained? I don't know, man. I don't know. Where is it? Is this it? Oh yeah, this is it. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with Hydro Blow. Slow down version. Let me know what you think.
Shorty looking mad fly, had me captivated when she walked by. I'm serious, she had me feeling this tingle, son. Stimulated conversation after mingling. Honey was jingling and stretched jeans looking clean. Appearance would enhance any scene. I mean, feel that, really. I know it sounds silly, but looking at her was like puffing on a fat fillet. Relaxing, she had this natural attraction. She started laughing when she saw my reaction. Oh my, pass the name and number to the cell. Asked for mine, I said his oldest last name is Bell. Also known as the O, the B, the 3, the A, the S, the T. It's me, obese, and you get high. Then I'm your guy. I got the high, you got control. I got the high, you got control. I got the high, you got control. I got the high, you got control.
Say what you want, just come, I can stand the pain. Take a ride on the great airlines, I promise you be glad you came. The fire in your eyes make witness between your thighs. You say you never felt, I eliminate your disguise. Underneath your green exterior, I gaze exploration of your brain, you free in a purple haze. I see consent as my morals continue living. I just like to engage in a little oral tradition. So pardon why you're organizing most of lazy luscious. That's just the way I roll. Lick the split before I shuffle. You like it hot, I got enough smoke to choke the average stroke. But tonight I'm trying to go a little deeper. Loving the feeling of lips, taking drags off this gas, just puff and never pass. I'm your high value reaper.
I got the high, you got control. 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 I'm chilling in my room all this night. I got something tied up in the shop. My right, a friend in the negligee smiling as she rolling up. Every once in a while looking up, saying, "Girl, hurry up." She placed her gaze back at home and took the deep sign to see, "I'm so home." "You want a drink?" I said, "Yeah." And while she walked into the table, she asked me what I think. "I like the way your lips poke, I like she pout." And it has got my little man shouting. She kinda giggled, "Oh, you like what you see?" Before I can answer, I heard, "Hey, what about me?" I turned around, she got a pose with no clothes, with a leg up on the chair, with her ass exposed. She said, "Don't speak, just lay back on the bed." Said something about the beat. Yeah, you heard what she said. I got the high, you got control. I got the high, you got control. If I got the high, you got the control. Make this track go. If I got the high, you got the control. We can make this track go.
We got our boy Eric R in the building. What's going, Eric R? He's going, what's up to the family and everybody that's in the house. Like I said, you know, this show gonna be dedicated to the Floridians that like slow down music, and my big sister Pat in H-Town, who's a screwhead. When it comes down to it, she loves her screw, and I can't replicate or duplicate what that man did, but I figure I'll slide in my own lane and try to give it to him the way I can. Anyway, seeing that we got a few more people in, I'm gonna go ahead and let Eric R know. Eric R, you know, I posed the question: could what happened to Tszyu be laying in wait for Earl Spence? Now, I haven't really been following social media and checking out everything that's been said about Tszyu, but if I had to guess, I'm pretty sure that plenty of people gave him hard and stuff like that, said he had hard and he was a warrior because he kept getting back up. But honestly, you know, it put me in one of the first fights. First thought that came to my mind was Devin Haney's downfall to Ryan Garcia, and it looked like to me Tszyu kind of end up hitting on the same road. Now, I did say is a possibility that he could have overtrained. Could be a possibility that the injury from the fight with Fundora hampered his training, where he couldn't train as hard and as long as he wanted to. Because if I can remember, I do remember them saying that it hampered him. It set things back for him earlier when they first started talking about it. So, you know, you got to give that some credence too. Not making an excuse for him or anything like that. I'm just saying if we break it down and roll through what could have possibly happened, these are some things that could possibly come up. 100%, but probably more devastating fashion. Yes. Mentioning that, I read some comments about Tim being shot. I'm pretty sure y'all already know who it is that I'm speaking on. Our brother Trey X is joining the conversation. But him being shot, I can't say that. I can't say that because, yes, his fight with Fundora ended up being a bloody fight and all this kind of stuff. But we have to remember there was a cut involved that made this blood just be so much everywhere. In retrospect, Tim did break Fundora's nose. It wasn't like Tim was just getting handled or mistreated within their fight. So I won't say he was he shot or punch shot or anything like that from that fight, because I didn't see enough of that in that fight for it to be that way. It was just bloody because of the cut, and that's what made it really a spectacle for everybody. Tim went on and fought and went through it and ended up losing like that. What's going on, bro? How you doing tonight?
Salute was going down, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I came to talk about this motherfucker, Tszyu. I got an unpopular opinion though. I might not should even say it, but shit, I'm gonna say it anyway though.
It's a safe zone.
Yeah, I think that motherfucker murders Ali. I think he owns something. That's what I think. I think that motherfucker juicing. Square business, cause I've been looking closely into this guy's career. I've been looking for a while. And he got common opponents with other fighters, and he was going the distance with them, and they were stopping him. For example, Xander Zayas. He got two common opponents with Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas stopped both of these guys in 5 rounds, and Murders Ali went the distance with both of them. So where the fuck all this punching power come from? He got knockouts, but he was knocking out people with losing records and people that was sorry as fuck. But when he stepped up in competition, the knockouts went down. Now all of a sudden he got 2 knockouts in a row. He done knocked out a 4.5 in Jack Koke. That's how he won the title, the vacant title. And now he just came back and stopped Tszyu in the fucking demolition. Where that shit come from? So you mean to tell me that you can stop Tszyu the way that you did, but when it comes to these lower level guys, the common opponents with Xander Zayas, you can't stop them though. Yeah, where all this power coming from? It don't make sense. And you know, like I said, I hate to put the jacket on it, but I can't help but to talk about what I've been seeing in the numbers. And it just ain't adding up for me. I see toughness in Tszyu. I done seen Tszyu get dropped, get off the canvas, recover quickly, and get back to work. Now all of a sudden, he out there fighting on skates against this man. So nah, that don't make sense to me, man. I got my eyebrows raised. I'm suspicious. That shit fishy.
Well, all opinions is gathered around here. And you know, when you do a little investigating like that, and you come across, you know, this thing, I wouldn't say putting a jacket on his back. Excuse me. It makes an interesting point. If you stepped up your competition and all of a sudden your knockouts go down, not to mention you're knocking out people that's got losing records, that doesn't say much. But to come out and destroy Tszyu the way we seen Tszyu fight and react, it didn't make sense. What I gathered from it, when Tszyu got hit with the first shot, I don't think he really fully recovered either. His counters were slow, like very slow. You can really see it. It was like this dude was just so much faster, and dare I say, he looked better. And you know, it didn't ring right in my head either. And I didn't go down that road. I went down the road of thinking overtraining, the cut maybe not hampering his chance to train as hard as he needed to. And dare I say, could he have possibly overlooked the guy because he felt like, you know, I can get through this dude no problem?
Yeah, I mean, the way he was talking, it sounded like that's a possibility, but I just don't think that explains the power that I seen from Murder's Elite. He was dropping Tszyu with one shot, like single shots. He was hurting him real bad. Most of the time, I see guys, they hurt a guy with multiple shots. He was hitting Tszyu with one shot, one kill type shots. And I just haven't seen that up to this point. You know, I don't watch a few of his fights in their entirety. And he seemed like a good fighter. He got a deep amateur background, about 180 fights or something like that. I want to say like 162 and 17, something like that. But I just didn't see what I saw on Saturday. Like that shit was shocking. I'm gonna tell you, it's three fighters that got me just like confused. This motherfucker Bakram Murder's Elite, because I'm not understanding where the power came from. Daniel Dubois, I don't understand where the chin came from. You be getting knocked out, you getting dropped by goddamn, I can't think of the former cruiserweight that dropped him 3 times in the first round. Kevin Lorena. You out there getting dropped by Kevin Lorena, and all of a sudden you taking heavy shots from Philip Ergovich and Anthony Joshua. Like, where did chin come from? And also Christopher Colbert. He is the one PBC fighter that I saw moved in the correct way. Like, he was fighting tough competition like Austin Dulé early in his career. I'm talking about fighting undefeated fighters and shit. He ain't even have 10 fights yet. So I felt like he got built in the right way. Like, they stepped him up. And all of a sudden now he looked like complete garbage. You know, he at first he kind of reminded me of a young Pernell Whitaker. Now that motherfucker just straight up basura. So yeah, those are the 3 fighters that got me confused right now. Murder's Elite, Christopher Colbert, and Daniel Dubois.
Well, bringing up Dubois' name, you brought up the chin game. I'm thinking maybe they need to go ahead and talk to his dad. Maybe something going to the old voodoo that he do so well. Gave his son a chin.
Man, it seems like they've been put some supernatural forces on that nigga chin. He got a hedge of protection around his chin right now. Square business.
He gonna ride it out. He messed. Who was that? Who brought that up? Actually, I can't remember which fighter brought it up. But when he said it the first time, I was like, "Dude, you went there? You went there. You went straight to the voodoo roof. Forget all that common sense talk y'all talking. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't
that?
taking nobody over Dubois right now. He have a rematch with Usyk. I got Dubois. It's just something strange about Dubois right now. Like, he just feel like he invincible. Like he Colossus off of X-Men. You know that motherfucker that turned into metal? He done
Oh
turned
yeah.
metal. Yeah, it's something about him, man. I'm not taking nobody over the bar right now. That's the hottest fighter in boxing.
Yeah, seeing it, he the way he dismantled AJ. Can't say nothing about that. Eric R posed the question. He said, "Can PEDs increase punch resistance once you've been stopped?" You know what, Eric R? I'm nowhere close to being a PED expert. I'd have to look up stuff and dive deep into it like that. But I always thought that once you stop taking PEDs, you end up not looking as good, or you look like you have to work harder to achieve the stuff that you had been achieving. So, that's what I always thought. I thought you got worse after you stopped taking them. But this is 2024. All kind of stuff is popping out new and improved and all this kind of madness. Ain't no telling what they taking or doing. So I got a word across that Bob Aaron was complaining, making a statement that Riyadh season not going to be here anymore. They're not going to do any fights in the U.S. no more, which I kind of don't care. I kind of like the fact that the fighters got the chance to travel over to the Arab nation and put their skills on display and do their thing over there. To me, that's what made it so telling. I thought all the fights, actually, if you was going to fight with the Riyadh, I really thought that they was all going to be over there in Riyadh in the Arab nation. But them not doing any more shows over here don't mean nothing. We still going to get the concerts, I'm sure, that come along with the fights. So I'll be satisfied as long as it gets streamed where I can get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, fuck them concerts. But I prefer the fights be over there because they start so early. I like that shit. I like getting up. Just got to handle a few things. Then shit, you ready to watch some fights? And they gonna give you a good number of fights, man. You watching fights from shit noon to 5 o'clock or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I don't like the concerts though. I can live without that. Even though I will say the last one was my favorite one, if I could say favorite. I mean, I would rather not have a concert at all. But if I do have to suffer through a concert, I do like the last one that they did with Missy Elliott and all that shit. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that one was fly. I actually enjoyed that one more than I enjoyed the Eminem. Now, if he can follow up with Missy, follow up that Missy concert with Sierra and Buster, if he can keep it along those lines of some good artists that's still doing their thing, not saying that Eminem not, because I don't want a bunch of people talking crazy. But yeah, I feel what you're saying. If we don't have the concert and we might can squeeze in one more fight, I'll take that. But as long as Turkey Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, can keep making the fights, I say keep on doing it. It don't matter if they're not over here. Didn't Christopher Colbert lost this week too, right?
He lost last week.
Last week, okay. I'm thrown off. It's been a rough week for me. I've been dancing and going through it. Eric R said he cool with the concerts. Keep the music for the ring walks. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have the music for the ring walk, but after that, you have a 15-minute concert. 15 minutes is a long time when you're waiting to see the fight going on, and the fighters have already walked out. That's a cool down period for your ass.
It's the demographic of the boxing public for me. Like a lot of our boxing fans are older, 60s, 70s, 50s, 40s. The motherfuckers ain't trying to watch the fights for no music. They don't give a damn about that shit. They care about the fights, you know what I'm saying? So I just think it's the wrong, like when it comes to effective communication, it's about purpose and audience. And I just think the audience is all wrong for this. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if that's what he want to do, if that's what I gotta suffer through to get the fights, I ain't tripping. Fuck it. Can't have everything we want.
Yeah, you can't get your cake and eat it too. Big bro agreeing with you. He say for real, for real. Damn. So, Bivol, I'm still kind of stuck on Bivol, but not as much. He get a chance to get his get back. He'll be able to do his thing.
I went back to watch the fight again. Yeah, that motherfucker lost fair and square all day long. When I watched it,
that he took.
When I watched it the first time, I thought Bivol probably should have edged it out. But since I don't watch it again, I feel very confident that Better Be won that fight. He was the constant force in the ring, and he was the danger in the ring the whole time. He owned the ring. Bivol had to concede to him all night, but he did have flashy moments. Like he would land these flashy combinations that just look real good. Okay, so I'm gonna give you credit for that, but does that erase the last minute of the round that Better Be controlled? And all them punches wasn't blocked. Some of them punches was getting through. He was landing body shots, and even the punches that was getting blocked, they still hurt. A motherfucker hit you in your arm, and it ain't a scoring blow, but it still hurt. You know what I'm saying? So even if you want to say that Bivol won the boxing match, in my opinion, Better Be at least won the fight. See, I separate the boxing match and the fight. I always bring up this example when I talk about Julio Cesar Chavez when he fought Mildred Taylor. I thought Mildred Taylor was winning the boxing match, but Julio Cesar Chavez was winning the fight. You see what I'm saying? Because Mildred Taylor was scoring points, but Chavez was the one that was bringing the hurt and the pain. And that's kind of how I feel like on a lesser degree about this fight. I thought Better Be was the motherfucker that was coming and putting that pressure on him and controlling the rounds. And I thought that Bivol just had some flashy moments where he was landing on outstanding looking combinations that's real eye catching, but it wasn't frequent enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I think he should have pushed the action a little bit more. And he said that himself. I saw an article on Boxing Scene where he was interviewed, and he said that he wished he was more aggressive in the ring and didn't get outworked out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I feel about it. I thought Better Be won.
Okay. Now, I went live that same day the fight. As soon as the fight went over, I went live saying that Bivol squeaked past Better Be squeaked past Bivol. And my reasoning that night was I felt like Bivol had coasted too many times and too long throughout the fight, which gave Better Be the look to the judges possibly that he was winning more of the fight. I pushed that quite a bit. Everybody was against it, but it's okay. It is what it is. I still say that I think that's what caught the judge's eye for the simple reason Bivol got on his bicycle and he seemed to have been giving up, letting a lot ride throughout the fight. He did try to steal the rounds with the flashy combinations at certain points in the fight, but like you said, it wasn't enough. He didn't stay busy enough, and that lost it to me. That's what really lost it for him.
Yeah. The rematch is going to be very interesting. I think Better Be will be more dominant because, he just went 12 rounds, so that'll knock the rust off. He likely to have more confidence in his knee since he further away from the surgery. And plus, Bivol presented a tactical dilemma for Better Be early in the fight. The way that he post up, he looked like a wide receiver coming off the line. Like he don't hold his body at an angle the way fighters do. He hold his body squared up with his feet spread real wide, like vertically or horizontally. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he looked like a wide receiver about to take off on a route or something. And he keep his feet spread so wide that his front foot is in your space. So when he got his front foot out there, the referee talking about watch the feet. And that shit confused Better Be. That was in the very first round. And for the first 2 rounds, Better Be was just confused on how to even step to this guy because he got his damn feet spread out and it's in your space. Like you can't even step to him with a punch because his feet spread way out in front of him and shit. And the referee protecting him, talking about telling you to watch his feet. Like, well, tell this motherfucker to back this goddamn foot up and let me fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was crazy. But I think that he figured that out as the fight went. And I think going into the rematch, he's not gonna have to struggle with that early on the way he did the first time. And I think that's gonna make him more dominant in the rematch.
Only thing I can see Bivol trying to do is be more aggressive. I don't know how he'll be able to do that, but that's gonna be his biggest play in the fight in the rematch to me is trying to be able to trying to still get off the combinations, but stay aggressive with it. A smart aggressive where you don't mess around and get yourself knocked out. I'm
Bivol
looking
is gonna
forward
be
to
Bivol.
seeing it.
Yeah, he gonna be Bivol gonna be Bivol. That's who he is. I don't see him doing too much different. He obviously don't like to get hit. That's a good thing though. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's why he number 2 in the game as far as the plus minus, as far as hitting and not getting hit. He behind Shakur Stevenson. So he a guy that don't like to get hit. So he not gonna be trying to take a bunch of chances. He don't want to get hit clean. You know what I'm saying? And he felt them punches in that fight. I know a lot of the punches were blocked, but he still felt that power. That's why the motherfucker looked like Two-Face after the fight. That's what that's what D-Lo said. D-Lo said that motherfucker looked like Two-Face after the fight. Yeah, he blocking these punches and the gloves is still hitting him like his own gloves. He feel that shit. He ain't gonna want to take too many chances. I'm trying to tell you, man. And this the thing, like he had the energy to take chances. That's one of the things that was very impressive to me because he had the energy to move around for 12 rounds with Better Be. Like, nigga, if you can go the distance with Better Be, you can go the distance with anybody. Ain't nobody knocking out no Bivol. I don't give a damn what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? But that also means like his ability to go the distance kind of hampers his ability to win. That's because he's willing to take a safety first approach, and that'll help you go the distance and survive, but it's not gonna help you win. So I just think that's the box that he in, and anything can happen any given Saturday. But I put my money on Better Be.
Huh. Oh, okay, so man, you see, yeah, that's like a wide receiver getting ready to go deep.
Yeah, if you go back and watch the fight again, you don't have to look long. Look at the beginning of the first round and look at the man feet. And listen to the referee. I know did nobody catch this shit. I ain't heard nobody say nothing about it. That motherfucker, as soon as the fight started, look at Bivol feet spread real wide, man. Look like he about to do the splits. Not the split sideways, the splits where the foot go forward and the other foot go backwards. And that's the way he posted up in front of this man. And the referee said, watch the feet. You know what I'm saying?
That was all part of the plan.
That shit
throwing him off right out the gate.
That helped Bivol win the first 2 rounds because Better Be was confused for the first 2 rounds because of that factor right there with the feet.
That boy hit him with an ancient foot move on him.
You know what? That was my first time ever seeing a foot dilemma in an Orthodox versus Orthodox fight.
Huh. Eric R say Bivol talks like he wanted to commit to more movement and throw more combinations, so he probably ain't going to sit on nothing. Whatever he gonna do if he want to win, he gonna have to not let it look like Better Be is controlling everything. He gonna have to stop that, letting him look like he bringing the fight to him.
Think about something. This man said he want to move even more. What's the rounds that he won? The early rounds. He was moving less. He was holding his ground. He was holding his position. When he was doing a lot more moving towards the end of the fight, those rounds he losing. So what kind of sense does that make? That's the thought of a man that don't like to get hit. Like for example, Tyson Fury in the last round against Wilder after that second, was it the first fight where he got dropped? Yeah, the first fight he got dropped. He saw that if I step to Wilder, I'm having more success. So that's what he took into the rematch. This is what was working. Let's go ahead and exclamate that. This motherfucker here going to the opposite. He getting away from the rounds that he was winning while holding his ground with that wide receiver stance he in. And getting off his combinations, he want to go to the later rounds where he was moving and losing the goddamn rounds. Yeah, so I'm telling you, man, some fighters, they just don't like to get hit. Like I said, that can help you because the game is to hit and not get hit. So it's good not to want to get hit to a certain extent. But like Tyson Fury, sometimes you got to step to the line. I don't know if this guy want to step to the line for 12 rounds. I think he want to go out there and box and be a cutie pie. You know what I'm saying? And that's why everybody love him. Everybody love a cutie pie, right? You know what I'm
Pretty
saying?
much.
Yeah, so I think he need to go back to the first and the second round and hold his ground.
Yeah, they love Cutie Pie so much they had a song about it. Cutie Pie, you're the reason why. Ah, you remember that song? Oh, well, maybe you don't remember that song. It
Nah.
is kind of funny. That's an old school one right there. I hit you with out the vote. But yeah, everybody like to see a fighter that can stick and move and don't get touched. But they still want to see somebody get dropped too.
All right, let's go. Everybody like Caleb Plant because he a cutie pie, right? You know, he out there stick and move out there on the outside looking real good, real smooth. Okay, his last fight, that shit wasn't working. What did Caleb do? Take it on the inside and make it a dog fight on his motherfucking ass. Is Bivol a man that can do that? See, the greatest fighters that we done seen, they didn't just go to a fight with plan A or even plan B. They go plan C, plan D. They step to you if they have to. Think about Mayweather when he fought against Zab Judah. He tried to box him on the outside, but Zab Judah was too fast. So he stepped to that motherfucker behind the lead right hand and came back with the hook and stepped to him like a brawler almost. Even Larry Merchant was talking about that. He like, damn, Mayweather stepping to him behind his gloves looking like a brawler tonight. Yeah, because he able to do that. And just like Caleb Plant did, step to him and make it a brawl down there on the inside. Bivol, I don't think he got that in him. I like him as a fighter. I respect him. I think he's extremely talented, extremely good. But I think he's more of an outside cutie pie. He not that dude that's gonna step to you and make it a dog fight and back you up like a motherfucker if you have to. And I think that's what he missing. Even somebody like Andre Ward, right? Andre Ward could box you and look classy, but he can also step in there and make it a dog fight, make it ugly. See, you gotta have that in you. You can't just be a straight cutie. Hell, even somebody like Willie Pep can step to you and make it ugly, make it a dog fight, foul you, step on your feet, bite you, whatever the motherfucker got to do. He just got that dog in him. I'm not sure if Bivol got dog in him. I think he got a lot of class in him, but I'm not sure about the dog part.
I get what you're saying too. Kind of like Devin, want to box on the outside, be cute about it. Really don't have inside game. And in order to be that one, you got to have outside, inside, mid. You definitely got to have inside. You got to know how to handle your business and do what you got to do, because you're not going to be able to keep everybody on the outside on the end of your jab. Now, no matter how good you are, you're going to end up with somebody that's going to be able to evade everything that you're throwing at them and be all up in your grill and causing you problems. So, you say you don't think Bivol got that kind of killer instinct in him. I feel the same way about Devin. Inside fighting ain't for him either. I don't know if this is AI also so amazing, but he said it's actually hitting, don't get hit, then hit back, not running like Shakur. There aren't any slick boxers no more outside of Laura Russell Jr. and Tevin Farmer.
He said there ain't no slick boxers no more.
Yeah, no more outside, no more slick boxers outside of Laura Russell Jr. and Tevin Farmer.
I don't really consider Russell Jr. to be that straight cutie pie. I think he more like a hybrid type fighter, but I think it's some good boxers still off in the game, like my man Leon Paro that went out there to Puerto Rico and beat Matias. He went out there and boxed and turned that motherfucker all night long and sprinkled hot sauce on him too. That's why he got the win. You know what I'm saying? You just got to look around and find them shit. I think Shakur is a real good cutie pie type of fighter. Go out there and box you on the outside, make you look silly, make you miss. Should make you pay a little bit more sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna make it seem like he don't never make you pay. Shit, he done had some fights where he looks spectacular. So I think it's still some good boxers out there.
Okay. Big bro say Bronny in the game. Okay, LA must be on. He come back and he say, I meant Lomachenko, not Laura.
I don't think Lomachenko is a straight boxer type motherfucker. I think he is a very skilled fighter, but I don't think he a quote unquote fight on the back foot type of fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really understand this definition of like what he's trying to say.
I think what he's saying is seeing the fighters that he's picked. I think he's saying fighters that can make you miss and make you pay and be be on the inside. He's saying that Shakur is not really like that. That's what I think he's saying.
Yeah, but I done seen Shakur make people miss and make them pay. Like when he fought against Yoshino. That shit was pretty. I seen the same thing against 85-15 amateur record used to be in the Marines. What's his name?
Desert Storm? No, not him. Can't be him.
The southpaw that he goddamn whooped his ass and his wife was mad at
Herring. Oh, Herring.
Yeah, Jamel Herring. I saw him look like that in that fight, making him miss, making him pay. I saw the same thing when he fought against the Mexican fighter that trained with Canelo now. They got the mean left hook that stopped that motherfucker with their left hook. Goddamn, my mind going blank. You know what I'm talking about, though, man. Goddamn. The short, compact fighter with all the damn power, man, with the left hook. He lost to Navarrete.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He was making him miss and making him pay. What the fuck is that dude's name, man?
Valdez.
Yeah, Oscar Valdez. There we go.
Here God came in with the save. Ooh, man. That one hit me pretty good there, bro. Got a sweat coming up. So yeah, I think that's who we is it. I don't know if it's AI on so amazing, ILO so amazing, but forgive me because I'm a master at messing up names.
Call him Allen. It look like Allen.
Okay. So he said, I think Shakur can only display skills with little fighters.
Well, I mean, basically he's saying that Shakur is at his best when he's the matador going against the bull, because that's what the bull will be most of the time. Like when you got Sugar Ray Robinson fighting Jake LaMotta, they'll be like a little shorter coming in with a more compact style, and then the boxer, he get to be the matador and just, matador against the bull. So I can see that. I see the same thing off in Bivol. Like Bivol, in my opinion, he looked a lot better when he fought against shorter fighters like Canelo as opposed to taller fighters. You know what I'm saying? I know he looked good against that southpaw, Gilberto Ramirez or whatever his name is, but other taller fighters, I didn't think he looked quite as dominant. Like when he fought against Spider Richards. You see what I'm saying? He a lot better when he a taller matador going against that shorter bull. But that's a common theme that I've seen in boxing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the straight boxers, that's why George Foreman, he would say, you look your best as a boxer when you got a man coming to you trying to knock you out. And it's even better when you got a man coming to you trying to knock you out and you got the height advantage and the reach advantage. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I can see what he's saying, but I would say that applies to a lot of fighters. A lot of fighters have a style that they look better against as opposed to other styles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well put. Because you get the box down on it. You taller than the fighter. You see what's coming. They punching up. You kind of got a bird's eye view of what's going on and taking place if you work your salt in that ring, that is. So hopefully that clears it up for him, for Allen. So amazing.
I wasn't trying to we just talking back and forth. He got his opinions. He sound like a man that's a real boxing fan. So I ain't trying to change his opinion. We just having dialogue.
That's it. D-Lo 404 boxing in the building. He say salute all.
Salute.
Been a minute since we hollered at him, but I'm glad to see everybody doing all right and amazing. Oh, where was I going to go? I lost my notes. I had some nice, good notes put together. We've been doing the dance. But shoot, it's been a rough week, man. This been a rough week. Not one car down, not two car downs. All three of my vehicles are down. Yeah. I think the truck went down just for the hell of going down because the other two cars was down. I guess it just said, fuck it.
And you don't want to feel left out.
Exactly. I got to pull all the weight. Now we're going to go here. Everybody resting. my front my driveway inside my garage looked like a damn pick-a-par spot.
Yeah. Pick and pull.
You gonna get, yeah, them people. Where else we got to go? I know I was telling you guys. I don't think you was with us straight, but I was telling the guys about Blink Twice, the movie that came out. Zoe Kravitz is the director of it. I heard about it. I heard about it. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but names that make me say, let me check this out. So I check it out. And when I say the stuff that they getting ready to hit Puffy with and gonna break out in the trial that we're gonna start hearing about, I see it coming from this movie right here. I know a lot of times you look at art, but art is like a mirror of real life. The stuff that they pull on these girls make me look at it. The stuff that I'm hearing them say about Puffy, I'm like, damn, this stuff go hand in hand. But it's a good movie. So if you get a chance to take a look, I'll say, yeah, go ahead and peep it out. It's a decent movie. Zoe did real good with her direction of how she took that movie.
All right, I'll put it on the list of movies that I plan to watch that I hardly ever get around to. I've been wanting to watch the last Bad Boy movies for a long time, and I just ain't found the day to watch the motherfucker. I keep on being on boxing and trying to find some bets and all that shit. And now it's football season, you know what I'm saying? Trying to find some football bets.
That boy Eric said, you told the trucks live like that guy. Live, nigga, live. Over a $1.07 drink, man? For real? He was about to lay me out over $1.07. Got in his getaway truck and that motherfucker cut off while he was reversing. I'm like, you can't even get away from the crime.
Yeah.
Man, I feel you, Eric. You went into the vault and brought some old memory back. An old one. But let me keep it rolling like I promised I would. I'm gonna hit them with keep moving, slow down for the Floridians and the Houstonians. Trey, you can ride with me. I'm doing this episode for them because I promised them I would give them one where we had the music slowed down. So this is Keep Moving. D-Lo song, actually.
There's no problem with me. I don't need to take a phone when there's everywhere to see. I keep moving. Always keep these people on your side. I keep moving. You never know who's wrong or who's right. Worry about the problems. There's no problem with me. I don't need to take a phone when there's everywhere to see. I keep moving. Always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving. You never know who's truly on your side. Rich old dead white boys, you're the dead ones get stacked up. When you walk into a strip club, tossing up watch hoes act up. Niggas look strange, I know the strange back. You got a problem, we don't really want that. That alcohol got a thing in you, fuck it, don't make me just prove that. And I'm trying to let you make it, my nigga, just let it be. But that devil love up in you, so you gon' come fuck with me. Now I can make it home and you might not let there be new scripture. If you cross the line, I can guarantee you I'll let that be good shit. I don't worry about the problem, there's no problem with me. I don't need to take a phone when there's everywhere to see. I keep moving, always keep people in your side. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. Worry about the problem, there's no problem with me. I don't need to take a phone when there's everywhere to see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving. Never know who's truly on your side. I keep on moving like soul to soul. Penetration mind, let your conscience flow. Like water from the aquifer. Look you in the aquifer. See the sea. What the see the shit. But when you look a little bit on how tip. Got the mic with the front grip when I spit. Got brothers like a little shit.
Niggas killing me with the smallest shit that you hear. Ability to think with clarity, it's so unclear.
But I'ma need you to step the game up and sit right through a truck that's a lane up. I'm gonna come super dead cause your game suck. Like shit, you can lane truck. What? There's no problem with me. I don't need no teaser for my windows that really to see. I keep moving, always keeping people in your side. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. Worry about the problems, let the problems on me. I don't need no ticket on my windows, let them in to see. I keep moving, always keep your eye on the prize. I keep moving, you never know who's truly on your side.
Niggas killing me with the smoke shit that you hear. Ability to speak with clarity, it's so unclear.
Niggas be talking crazy, hold up, don't make him wait. I don't chase out the hold up, and they change, okay, let's get that straight. Back to the crib with the nigga got beat, yes man, gon' bring your stage. By the time you realize we got a problem, then it's too late.
Instantly, it's too late. You heard it. But yeah, rolling right along. I guess this is going to turn into one of those chill type things. What you think about it being slowed down like that, bro?
Honestly, I ain't like it. I think that's disrespecting the art. Square business. I'm from Texas, you know. I've been listening to Screw and all that my whole life, but I like that better regular.
I feel you.
Yeah, I think that take away from the hook, because the hook is why everybody love it, you know what I'm saying? And that took away from the hook, in my opinion.
I feel you. But you know, I'm giving my word, giving my promise. And Tszyu, everybody got their opinion. Sis loving it. She done hit me up and let me know what's going down.
Yeah, you know, I fuck with the music. I just I prefer the original format. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, I feel you. It's some things that I'm like, nah, don't do that, man. Don't change up the way it regularly sounds. Because I don't like when I go to a concert and the artist kind of like change it up a little bit and get to, you know, doing the extra music part. I'll be like, oh no, man, don't do that. You messing it up for me. I like to roll through the song. So I feel what you're saying on that.
Then you talking about D-Lo song, nigga. I was the one that was really pushing for that keep moving. Nigga, that's the Trey X song.
Oh, my bad. My bad. You know, cause Dio tripping already. I'm high though. I ain't gonna even lie. I got on here high. But yeah, he would always ask about the song. That's what kind of had me leaning saying it's his song. But my bad, bro. I ain't trying to take the song from you. It's you. Matter of fact, I think you were the first person to buy the song.
Yeah, maybe so.
No, because when you told me you was like, you sent me a text, I think, and you was like, you had the song, and when I checked, you were the first person to tell me about the song, and when I went and checked on the site where they keep up with what goes on, it was the first sale.
As a matter of fact, yeah, I had actually asked you just to send it to me the first time, and you emailed it to me. I still got the email, so yeah.
Yeah, that part. So yeah, you've been riding a long time. I will give you that. You know, you didn't hit me with. I heard the whole catalog. I was like, oh, he didn't went deep on me. So I done went into the. I've been in the background in the lab cooking for a minute, and some things it seemed like they're going off. Like I said, I'm not doing it to make no big splash of money, but if money comes, I will accept it. I just want to be able to make me some good music and entertain some people.
Yeah. So we gonna talk all the boxing we gonna talk tonight or what?
I'm trying to run my mind across some things of what of what there is left to talk about that really interest me. The thing that really caught my eye was Tszyu's fall. Just the way he took that ass whooping. And I did want to say, put the question out: do we think that this could be an ass whooping waiting for Earl Spence against Fundora?
Nah, I don't see a correlation. Fundora, he is a guy that is not a good gauge for toughness. That's one thing I learned about him. Like Fundora, he'll go the distance with somebody. So you might be like, okay, this guy, he got some toughness. He went the distance with Fundora. That motherfucker go out there and get knocked out his next fight. Fundora is not a good gauge. So if we looking at Bakra murders Alieve and trying to make a correlation to Fundora, no, it's not there. A man will go the distance with Fundora and get knocked out by this juiced up motherfucker murders Alieve all day. So I don't think we should look at Earl being in danger because of that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was looking at it more of him just taking a loss to a lefty. He getting ready to face another lefty. This is his first dance back. It's been a good minute that he's been in the ring, way longer than Fundora. And heck, I still don't know who his trainer is.
Well, so those are reasons that he might get his ass whooped that don't have nothing to do with murders or leave. So I'm not saying he not gonna get his ass whooped. I'm just saying like we can't look at that and think he going against Fundora, he gonna get whooped. He got his own shit he got to worry about. Like you said, who the fuck is trainer? When the last time he been in the ring? This nigga coming off another layoff. He going up in weight, fighting against another lefty, and like yeah, that's what mattered to me, not the murders of leave fight though.
Yeah. No, when I was bringing it up, I didn't quite mean murder the lead. I was just looking at the fact that, hey, been out the ring for a minute. I don't know how well you've been training. I don't know who's training you. I want to get that out there a lot of times. Because if you come out there and get your ass whooped to talk about you trained yourself, I don't know what to say about that. Hopefully he got somebody in the gym, but I haven't seen any workout footage other than maybe hitting the bag or something, that don't impress nobody. I want to see if you really putting in some work. And with that, that's where I come from. Like the time out the ring, you just got beat up by a lefty and you finna face another lefty. You're not known for moving your head off of the line. I'm not going to even put that on your back. You're not known for that, so you will be easy to get jabbed. I'm just trying to figure out, how he's going to get on the inside to even be able to cause any problems in his comfortable range.
One thing, he definitely in danger because when we've been having Southpaw versus Southpaw, overall, the guy with the taller and longer reach guy been winning. So he definitely in some danger. You know what I'm saying? Like we could look at Gary Antoine Russell when he fought against La Vispa. That motherfucker La Vispa got arms, he can hit you from around the block. And he went out there and won the fight. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford had the longer reach than Earl Spence. We seen how that shit went. But I think we had the same thing in the fight, in the bet that we won. The 20-1. The damn African when he fought against the top ranked fighter. I can't think Ruben Villa. I think that was Southpaw versus Southpaw where we got the same type of dynamic. So Earl is definitely in trouble, man, because when you got Southpaw versus Southpaw, the lanes is open. So that means that the jab is open, is straight down the pike. And if you got this guy with this long reach and he taller than you, he definitely got the edge. And like you said, Earl is not really known for the slip jabs, getting his head out the line and shit like that. This would be the time to use that type of stuff. Going against this type of opponent so tall, you want to get your head off the line and jab with him, so you can close the distance. So let's see if he can do that shit, man. One thing about it though, he won 35-12 amateur record, Olympian, fought at the AIBA World Championships. He done been around the block, and he the reason that he got to where he got to is because he's able to learn so fast. You don't start boxing at 15 and get to be a unified champion without learning from your mistakes. When you start late, you get your ass whooped. That's just what it is. If you start at 15 and this nigga started at 9 and he a national champion, he gonna whoop your ass. But if you want to be good, you're gonna have to take your ass whooping and learn and get better. So I think it's just proof in the pudding. That's who he is. He's the type of person that could take an ass whooping, learn from it, and get better. So let's see.
Eric R. He says Earl is very immature. I remember how long DJ used to talk to him about how long it took Earl to listen and trust him. How is he going to respond to a coach in the possible one of?
It's a little bit different though, because it's a coach that he chose. He didn't choose Derrick James. His father chose Derrick James. He wasn't fucking with Derrick James like that. His father literally had to pay him to work with Derrick James. I still think that's a little childish in my opinion, but at the same time, it is what it is. I think this a little bit different. You know, whoever they're gonna train him, this is somebody that he's seeking out to choose as a trainer. So if you're gonna seek out a trainer and you ain't gonna listen to him, I mean, that's another level of stupidity. But I think he'll respond a little bit better because, like I said, this is a guy that he chooses.
Well, you know, who can you point the finger at if you was the one that went out there and picked the person that you want to work with? So that was my biggest question about rolling around in my head is how we think Earl is going to respond to coming off of the long layoff and the loss. On top of that, throw in the surgery in the mix of all that, and his first fight back is against the fairly hot Towering Inferno because he beat Tszyu.
Yeah, but his win did not age gracefully. Tszyu went out there and got destroyed in the next fight. So I can't say that he's too hot because of that shit. One thing about Earl and his trainer, though, the trainer that he chooses is going to tell us a lot. Like on opposite ends of the spectrum, let's say he go out to California and go with Joe Goosen or some shit. Joe Goosen to me is a laissez-faire type of trainer. That's why he say stuff like he wants to have a partnership with the trainer. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
not the old school way of doing things. You know, your trainer almost like your second father in the gym. You know, he gonna be on you to push you. That's why you can't train yourself, because you're not gonna push yourself the way an external motivation will. You know what I'm saying? But let's say on the opposite end of the spectrum, let's say he go out to Florida and he go with Coach Cunningham or something. Somebody that's a real workaholic type of coach, or very disciplined, somebody that's gonna push you and make you work hard. I think that's gonna tell us where his head is at. If he go get a coach like that, that tells me that he's square business. He's serious. He's trying to lock in. If he go get more like a laissez-faire type of coach, that's gonna let me know that he bullshitting and he probably about to go out there and take a severe ass whooping.
But D-Lo 404 Boxing, he said he may as well take his ass out to Omaha and train with the Mac Man and crew. He isn't going to ever rematch Crawford, so you might as well go in out there and get some of that three-headed monster in your life, and maybe you turn into something. Now, I'm not saying that
he didn't want to pay one man. You think he want to pay three niggas? You got Earl fucked up. Nigga, that shit. He didn't want to pay one. This nigga think he want to pay three. Nigga, you got Earl fucked up. My bad. I ain't mean to interrupt you. I just
it was a good one to come in, because I'm sitting here thinking Bernie the Boxer. Can you imagine Bernie the Boxer in the gym while they trying to train Earl? Yeah, I know that you took that ass whooping against Bud, but you learning from the best now, baby. You learning from the best. When you come up out of here, you're gonna be a monster, Earl. You're gonna be a monster.
Yeah.
All the optics to that don't even fit right at all. But good try, D-Lo. I feel you, kid, to get a man something out there. He say Joby about that chick.
Hey, but at the same time, though, I mean, it might not be a bad idea. It's not like he hasn't shown that he can train a southpaw extremely well, like as far as Bomac and crew, because you know they got the best southpaw in the world. Robert Garcia is not a bad choice in my opinion, because Earl came up in Mexican gyms in Texas. That's what we used to around here. So he wouldn't be a fish out of water in that type of environment. A lot of young talent around, everybody that's hungry. That's the type of crowd that'll keep you young. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about Crawford too, because he surrounds himself with great young talent that keep you young. And plus, Robert Garcia, he has shown that he has the ability to train southpaws at a high level, because that's the trainer of Bam Rodriguez, one of the top pound for pound level fighters in the world. And salute to him and Jerron Ennis getting together, sharpening each other, iron sharpen iron and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my choice. I know I always say Robert Garcia whenever somebody bring up a coach, but that happens to probably be my favorite coach. But in this situation, it ain't just the fact that I like him as a coach. I just seen enough evidence of him training a high level southpaw to let me know that I think that he could train Earl at a high level.
Okay. He said Coach K or Cunningham would be great picks. Eric R saying, are you guys on the mind that Crash edged Earl, or do you think he may be recovered and healed from it? The Crash aged Earl? Heck, I'm so confused. I don't know how many crashes he really had because I've heard who was it, Leonard Ellaby? Or it was somebody speaking about him that was like that was just the first crash. So ain't no telling, man. I from what we've seen, I don't think he's aged from the crashes. He just went out there against somebody that was better than him in Terrence Crawford, and he showed. You know, he just was outclassed and outboxed that night. We'll get a chance to see a little bit of what's going on with him when he faces Fondora, but we have to wait and see.
I think the crash aged him for sure. The way that his head swole up against Crawford in only like what about 3 rounds, he looked like Hitman Hearn. Well, Martin fought Hitman Hearns after like 3 rounds. It looked unnatural, like it looked weird. So it's something about that crash that affected him for sure. And plus, I done heard of other fighters in the past, like Willie Pep. He had a plane crash that took some years off his career. Well, I guess I can't say that because he still had a whole bunch of goddamn fights. You know what I'm saying? But they say it slowed him down though when he had this plane crash. And I would imagine what Earl went through was worse than that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think it took some years off of him. I think it aged him some. And then at the same time, he'll tell you himself he wasn't living like a Spartan. He out partying, you getting drunk, you having fun. That shit puts age on you. That's why fighters are not to do this. There's only been one fighter in the history of me reading about fighters that I ever heard was a functioning alcoholic champion. You know what I'm saying? And that was goddamn the dude that beat Curtis Coates for the championship, the welterweight. I think he from Cuba, but he fought out of Mexico though. Ah, fuck, I can't think of his name, but they say he used to go to the gym reeking of alcohol every day, but he'll train and go whoop your ass in that ring, and he was a great champion. He the only one I ever heard of that, you know what I'm saying? But I think the shit aged him though, all of that shit, crash and lifestyle.
He say D'Lo said he forgot about that. I think that might be a good move. On that note, the next trainer better have his paperwork ironclad. James Gooch is the best trainer for Earl. This is from Hyphy, but he would make Earl sign a contract prior to him training. Well, I'm pretty sure everybody gonna want to make sure that the contract and what we're gonna be working on is totally tight, and they're gonna get their money without an argument. Because you know that's a bad knock on old Earl. They didn't want to pay somebody.
Yeah, that was all around the boxing community. And plus that motherfucker Derrick James, I'm sure he learned his lesson, nigga. Fuck the handshake agreement. We need this shit in black and white.
Simple and plain. Cause just cause somebody's name is the truth, don't mean they always tell it. You know what I'm saying? We just run around here call this man the truth for a minute, just assuming that he's paying everybody like they supposed to be paid and come down the pipe. This man ain't been paying Derrick James. What? After all Derrick did and went through to get to you, but a glaring thing is you said his dad had to pay him to work with Derrick James. So what that tell you about what he cared about somebody's money?
Yeah. Or what do you think about Derrick James too?
Yeah, that makes good sense too. Maybe that was a key tell. No, I really don't want to mess with this dude for whatever the reason. D-Lo say the trainers will want a guarantee and a back end. Is Jack Daniels available?
When I see stuff like that too, I think that's just some spoiled suburb kid shit. Like you grew up with both your parents, you come from the suburbs, you come from DeSoto. DeSoto very nice. You go out to DeSoto, nigga, smell like barbecue and shit all in the air. And people are nice and nice homes, and that's where he come from. Nigga. He don't come from the trenches, the hood. Where when you find that loyalty in that type of grimy environment, it just means a little bit more to you. If you're not a rich but a spoiled middle class type kid, grow up in the suburbs, you might not get that same type of loyalty in you. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a dad that gotta pay you to work with a coach, you just sound like a spoiled kid to me. So I think that's what's inside of him, some spoiled suburb kid shit. And that make me feel even dumber about picking him about beating Crawford. I took the spoiled suburb kid over the hood kid that's been whooping everybody his whole motherfucking life. Nigga, what kind of sense that make?
We was blinded by the name, the shine around the name, the truth. Had us all fooled. Had us all fooled. Just a lot of gagging and talking shit, throwing rocks across the fence and D-Lo and Duquesne. I was all in my bag of talking noise. Went out there and got his ass tore up. But hindsight is always 20/20. We can sit down and think about all the stuff that popped up. But it popped up after the ass whooping. Well, not the part about the dad. But I guess we just, some things supposed to stick with you. Sometimes we just overlook them.
At the same time, though, man, if a man living like a Spartan like Crawford, he supposed to win. That's why if he fight Conor McGregor in MMA, he gonna whoop his ass too. This man been on powder and partying and riding on yachts and having fun with that Mayweather money, sleeping on silk sheets. He ain't about to go whoop no Crawford. I don't give a damn where they fight. They can fight at the basketball court. He ain't whooping no Crawford nowhere. I'm telling you, Crawford gonna go over there and beat the brakes off that man.
Did you say he been riding on yachts? I ain't no ride on a yacht. Fuck off your boxing game.
I'm saying you living a life of luxury. And this man here, he ain't never left the trenches. The whole way. In shape every time you seen him. When the last time you seen Conor McGregor in shape somewhere? That motherfucking nose look bigger and bigger every time I see him. He's stuffing so much cocaine up his motherfucking nose. And he supposed to go out there and whoop Crawford. You gotta be crazy as a motherfucker, man. I wish I would bet a penny on that motherfucker McGregor to win the fight against a real live Spartan. That's how he live. Ain't no drugs, ain't no alcohol, ain't no excessive partying. I'm talking about the modern day Mayweather, but used to wrestle back in high school. Man, come on, man. Yeah, I'm riding with Crawford all day long in the octagon. If it was back in the day when McGregor was in his prime, he looked like a motherfucking ninja out there, I ride with McGregor, but shit, not today.
Man, Lala Dita slid into the house. What's going on, sis? She's saying what's happening everywhere. She says MZ, Trey X. I'm pretty sure she's gonna say hi to everybody else. Go say Coach Jack. Oh man, my bad. I got to give space for that. Yeah, Coach James was cool with the money till AJ and Ryan paid him. Then shit changed.
He was cool with the money, and then they get to the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like everything cool, then we get to the fight, and now you want to trip on my paper. You want to give me a flat fee. You don't want to give me my percentage, the back end on the pay-per-view money and shit. You wait to the fight to start pulling this bullshit. Yeah, I would have been mad too.
Hotter than fish grease. D-Lo say, nah, what changed was Earl got his biggest payday, then didn't want to, yeah, that's what you were just talking about. Their standard. Triple G did the same to Sanchez, and Jacobs did it to Rozier.
Yep.
Damn.
All day.
That's the kind of moves they making. Get the big check and then say, nah, I ain't paying you here. You got to take this flat fee.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's just straight cut. That don't sound like the truth. That sound like some disingenuous shit.
Yep.
Man, sit here not making me almost feel like I need to throw away all the rooting for Earl I did back in the day.
He had his day, man. That's just the way boxing is. You have your day, and then the next The next group of fighters come through and have their day. How old is Earl now? About 35?
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
About 35. Shit, he had his day.
Yeah, but damn, can you when your day ends, can it end without a tail on it? Can it end on a high note? Even if you took a loss, shit, you took a loss, and then we start finding out you don't want to pay people in. They got to sue for their money after you said you know you owe him. I don't even understand what kind of logical thinking that is.
I think it's illogical to take a man that's got punched in his face for 20 years and got his face smacked into some concrete that he should be making the best, greatest decisions. I feel the same way about Antonio Brown. This motherfucker had Vontaze Burfict damn near decapitate him on the field on some CTE looking shit, and we expect him to make great decisions. That's just the difference between the public that's like civilian type people and motherfuckers that really go out there and put their body on the line. They don't think the same. So now I'm not. I think it's wrong what he did, but I'm not surprised. Look at this guy. Is that a man that you expect to make the greatest decision? He done got his face smacked in the concrete out of a fucking car, and at the same time, he a boxer. He get punched in the face every day, literally every day, whether you're sparring or fight. Like, I don't expect them to always make the best decision.
Okay. They got his face smacked. Man, when you bring it up like that, they didn't, we don't even know what the details of the other accident. Well, I know about the one where he got hit in the truck where a teenager had stole a car and was driving and ran into him. I know about that one. But they make it seem like it was at least 3.
Yeah.
He should be really looking at his life and saying, man, I've been blessed. I went through one flip over the truck, and that changed everything for me. He done had more than one accident. He should really be looking at himself within. He might be putting out the wrong kind of vibes. That's why shit going wrong.
No, he didn't look at himself like blessed. He looked at himself like he a beast because he was able to go through all that shit, and I'm still here. That's the way he took it. He ain't really the type to give praise to and thanks to God. Like when he fought against Crawford, they had one press conference where Crawford went up there and thanked God, and Spence went up there and thanked his parents. You probably remember that shit. Went out there and got his ass demolished. Yeah, he ain't that type of guy, man. I'm telling you, he a spoiled suburb kid. That's what I seen out of him as time went along. I just started seeing a spoiled suburb kid.
So you seeing when they was in the car driving home, his mama was like, baby, why you didn't thank God? I ain't thanking God because he ain't let me win. Spoiled like that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, man. I know a lot of spoiled. It's not a spoiled brat is something that I just can't deal with. But one of the spoiled brats that grow up and be like a grown spoiled, oh, those are the worst. Those are the worst.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, he heard the rumor of his girl. What the heck is going on up in here? Somebody's girl trying to cheat, talking about Earl. Wimbyama is, he talking to Big Bro and everything. Oh my gosh. That boy Eric also say Earl dad got to pay him to thank God too.
Square business.
Dang. Here you go, son. Now go ahead and get it right. This all? Man, if you don't say it. Yeah. I wonder what my boy Decane at. I was getting him a run for his money on voiceovers the other week. I was killing it, Trey. I was killing it. I'm about to put myself in some kind of Hall of Fame, being able to do voiceovers.
Yeah. I've been over here in the motherfucking Twilight Zone ever since I missed out on that 28-1 bet on Friday. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to let no politics keep me from no money no more. Fuck them politics. If they rob me, they just rob me. I don't give a damn. I'm not doing that no more. That was ridiculous. I missed out on a 28-1 bet because of some fucking politics. He was going against a young undefeated fighter that's 6'7", fighting at cruiserweight. He seems to be the apple of his promoter's eye, and I didn't think they was gonna get this guy first shake. He already had some losses. He fought a draw with a man making his debut, even though all of this took place at heavyweight, and the actual fight took place at cruiserweight. He did have a loss to a 4 at cruiserweight, and he a 4 himself. So I basically had like a 3 going against a 4, and they had the 3 as a 20-1 favorite. And if you take the 4 by decision, you get 28-1 odds. And there was a lot of evidence that it would go to a decision because he only had a 60% knockout percentage. His opponent had an amateur background. It only had 21 fights, but he fought on the national level. Plus, he was a southpaw, and southpaw versus orthodox goes to the distance more often. So we had plenty of evidence to take that 28-1, and that shit won. They went 8 rounds, and he won 7 out of 8 rounds, and we would have been on 28-1 odds. Bet 100, bring back 2,800. I'm telling you, I can't even enjoy life right now. Every time I do something, I'm enjoying life. That's the back of my head just remind me, hey man, you know you missed out on that 28-1 bet, right? What the fuck you having fun for, nigga? I know you ain't trying to enjoy the Martin show or whatever the fuck you watching, nigga. 28-1 because you over here being scared about some politics. Like, man, hey, fuck them politics.
You say every time you start having fun, it just pop up. No,
Yeah.
this ain't the time for that. What you think you doing?
Yeah,
Did you not? Yeah, did you not just fuck off a bunch of money? Did you or did you not?
Yeah,
Let me not do that because I don't want to put you in that mode. But shit.
And then look, didn't tell nobody. I could have told you and gave you the option on whether you want to gamble on it. I could have told D-Lo, gave him the option. Yasa, if he wanted to. I could have hollered at my partner that's locked up that gambled with us and gave him the option. I didn't give nobody the option. I just kept all the information to myself and made sure didn't nobody make no goddamn money. Like, nigga, that's crazy. Bet 50, bring back 1,400 or something.
Stop.
Shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's different. Nice.
Telling you, I ain't even want to talk to my dad. I promise, I ain't even want to talk to him. I finally talked to him yesterday. And he said, well, goddamn, if you don't want to make no money, you just don't want to make no money. Shit, I don't know what to tell you. If you know, you don't want to win, you don't want to win. We done had this conversation before. I'm sitting up there stuck on stupid. Yep, you right. Yeah. And then our luck already been bad, like with the damn Ben Whitaker fight. We lost the bet because the man got knocked out the ring and sprung his ankle. That's the kind of loss we take. We lost our first hedge last week with the Christian Tapia versus Zavedra fight. They ruled it a damn draw, and we got the shit hedged. Like our luck been bad, but instead of going home scratching a broke rump, we could have took 28-1 odds and made a profit. So yeah, I've been in that twilight zone, man. I'm starting to emerge and get back right. But yeah, it was tough on me though, nigga. I ain't lying.
Yeah, I feel you 100% now. Even more so. Even more. Floyd Schofield said he will stop Gervonta in 4 rounds. What's up with that fight? Y'all messing with it? Anybody that want to fight, let them fight. That's what I say.
Who he say?
Floyd Schofield.
He say he'll stop Gervonta in 4 rounds.
4. Yep.
Shit, I watched the fight. 3.5 versus 3.5. I don't see what's not to like about it. I mean, I know that this guy, he could take a few step-up fights before he take this fight, and that would probably be better for him. But if he want to go straight to that type of fight, who am I to deny him of his opportunity? You know what I'm saying? I'll be right there watching it.
Me too. So yeah, it's a good fight, Hyphy. If man want to get in the ring, who to stop him?
I personally don't think the Montrose Jr. fight is a terrible fight. I know a lot of people been shitting on it, but he is a 3.5. Motherfucker had a deep amateur background. He fought Tank in the amateurs. Tank did beat him, you know what I'm saying? But he don't been in the ring with the man. He don't think he unbeatable. It seemed like he coming of age a little bit as a pro. I know he took the loss and shit to Jamel Herring and had a couple of setbacks. I think he might have had a draw or something like that, but it seemed to be coming together for him. You know what I'm saying? The last couple of fights been real good. He went out there and got the victory over Hector Garcia, and then the next fight he went out there and got the stoppage over the Irish kid. I can't think of his name. He had a little amateur background to him though, but he went out there and stopped him. So he coming in full of piss and vinegar. Like he think he can win. You know what I'm saying? They got that rivalry with the DC and the Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's I ain't gonna say it's a great fight, but I think it's a solid fight though. You know, I do think Tank will win. Number one, he beat him in the amateurs, so that give me a little evidence. And at the same time, they have a common opponent in Hector Garcia. Tank knocked the man out in 7 rounds, and this guy went the distance with him. So to me, that gives Tank the edge. But I think it's a cool little fight though.
Now, I said, this could be a fight. I was thinking that he might make Tank go in his bag a little bit and show us something different, like Calvin Ford always say he will, because he done fought Tank before, and I think he got a little seasoning on him. He's been in some good fights, and the DMV thing, I was thinking about that. I'm like, this would be a good DMV rival since they both come from that demographic. I think it's gonna be a good fight myself. I'm looking for Lamont Roach to make Tank show his boxing skills. So many people say he just power, but I'm like, the dude can box, and it would be so nice to see him in a fight where it comes out, where a lot of boxing and back and forth goes, where they really picking to see who gonna really get in there and get that shot off. I guess the closest fight to that for him would have been, for me, is Pitbull, because Pitbull was really giving Tank a lot of openings. And I know that it's been recorded that Tank hurt his hand in that fight. So it's kind of lopsided, but at the same time, for the early part before he hurt his hand, that's what I was seeing. Pitbull is the closest thing that I've seen actually kind of boxing with him.
Yeah. We gonna see, man. He ain't never fought on this stage. Like, he ain't never fought on this level. So I think that's the ultimate X factor. Like, how is he gonna handle the lights and the interviews and all that stuff? Because he ain't never fought on this level, So we gonna see, man. But I think the familiarity that he has with Tank, I think that's gonna help him. At least with the confidence. Y'all came up together. How can I be afraid of a man I came up with? We fighting at the same tournaments. We fighting each other in the tournaments and all this kind of shit. Now all of a sudden he unbeatable. He's some kind of Superman god, and we came up together. Like, when did all of this take place? When did this motherfucker go from being a human to T-1000 off a goddamn Terminator? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. If I was in that position, I wouldn't be believing that shit either, nigga. We came up together. I've been seeing this nigga for years. Y'all ain't about to put it in my mind that he's some kind of killer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure that's the mentality that he gonna be taking.
Well, you mentioned the lights, and most of the time it's either once you get out there and you see the spectacle that's going on, because Tank got a nice little spectacle going on when he show up. I'm pretty sure the place would be rocking and rolling. When he get in the ring, will he be able to shut all that out with under the bright lights? And pretty sure it probably, I don't know what it's going to be on pay-per-view, but I'm pretty sure it will be. It's Tank. Will he be able to shake that off and just go ahead and fall into the zone and fight, or will he end up succumbing to it? That's the biggest thing to me, because I don't see no scared in him. I give him that. I don't see no scared in him so far, so good.
Yeah. One thing that I normally don't talk about is finances, and he has been promoting his own fights and stuff. This Lamont Roach, like, his last fight was on Pro Box. Him and his pops promoted that shit. So I hope that they cut him in on some of the promotion risk so he can get some of the reward. because I'm pretty sure that the fight is going to be successful. You know, Tank moves the needle, so that would be pretty cool, man. If him and his pops was able to get in on some co-promotion type shit, that'd be real player. So I hope he get that.
Well, he keep plugging in it. I'm pretty sure it'll open up on. He tried to get his Lubin Charlo on. Roach and Gary Russell Jr. They got into it. Pull up invitation has gone out.
Yeah, they in the same area too. Shit, they could have been and got it on.
But shoot, Roach busy now, so I hate to say it. Gary wasted his time really talking right now because it's no fight for him to be made at this moment because Lamont's busy.
No, they talking about just pulling up and getting in the ring. They could have been and done that, but this is a good time to do that. That's a skill for Southpaw and Gary Russell Jr. And you about to go up against the Southpaw and Tank, so this is a great time to get that work.
Well, if they use it to their advantage like that, okay, great. But if they just talking because they mad or getting out, then think about it. He said, "I thought Leo." What I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
What you just said, it would be a good idea to go into the ring and get some work in with a skill for Southpaw since you're going against one.
Yeah.
If they sit out there going at it against each other, really seeing who can pitch the farthest, that's a waste of time and energy. That idea what you just had is a grand one. Put that other stuff to the side. If you really try to get yourself together, be prepared on all aspects of the game. Because lately, I've seen, in my opinion, some fighters get broke down mentally, some get broke down physically. I've seen them getting broke down in many different ways, and mentally is leading the pack.
Yeah.
He said that's mental. Wait, possibly a couple of rounds more the cards. Oh, he said I thought Leo was boxing well versus Tank and possibly up a couple of rounds and more until he got knocked out. No, what I say is like somebody that's sitting and touring on a more rapid pace. Leo was kind of repeating himself repetitions on a lot of stuff, especially the 3, 1, 2, 3 rights that he threw, which he fell asleep and kept his head on the line as well. Just mental pressure, I think, put Leo in a different. It got him put into a different time zone.
Leo started at 112. You're a little guy. He's supposed to get knocked out, but I still had. I agree with D-Lo. I had him up on the cards. A lot of people did. I think the official judges had him up on the cards. Same thing with Barrios. Barrios was up on the cards. Even him, I know he a naturally bigger man. He done fought at 140, 147, but hell, he started at what, 126? But yeah,
Barrios?
Yeah. Barrios started about 126, maybe 122. Yeah, he was a little guy that moved up. Same thing with Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz started about 112. Some not 112, maybe 122 is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, about 122 is where Santa Cruz started. He a little guy though that moved up. So I knew that Tank was gonna do him like that.
Huh. Well, it is what it is. Weight classes, you move it up, chasing greatness, or dare I say, for some people it work, for some it don't. Roche said, "Come to the gym and show me the best time." If Gary wants to make it serious, he needs to go make a statement versus Monster anyway. Gary ain't been in the ring in a minute. He needs to go get warmed up before he go jump in the ring with anybody of like some serious significance, in my opinion.
They ain't in the same weight class right now, though. Anyway, he been fighting at 122. Gary Russell Jr., he been at 126 his whole career, and he been talking about moving up. So I don't think they're at the right place at the same. The same place at the same time right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anyway, is anyway even hitting that moving up anymore?
I don't know, man. I think he should just stop right here. I don't think he should go to 126. I think he got some smoke at 126 that could probably beat him. You know, it could be some guys that we ain't even expecting. Angelo Leo might go out there and beat that motherfucker with his newfound power that came out of nowhere. He knocking motherfuckers out with one left hook. He knocked a three-name Mexican out with one left hook in his last fight and fucked our money out because we took the decisions. But they strong at 126, man. And this guy, anyway, he started at what, 108? 112 or something like that. He a little guy. So I think he should stop right here, man. It seems like the fighters, like, they be kind of pressured to go to the money divisions or the historical divisions. Like, it wasn't good enough for Lomachenko to be at 130. He need to go to 135. And I kind of get that same feeling here. Like, it's not good enough to be at 122. You need to go to 126. Like, I don't think so. I like him at 122. He looks outstanding at 122. Except for his last fight. TJ Doheny or Donnie or whatever was getting with his ass in his last fight. Lead left hand coming back with the hook to the body and shit on that motherfucker from the southpaw stand. Did he walk off on Inouye? But I give Inouye credit though, because he stepped it up a level. It almost reminded me of when Triple G fought Kell Brook, because Kell Brook was out there looking smooth early, right hand, left uppercut, and all that shit. And then Triple G just said, "Man, fuck this shit," just went and got him. And that's kind of how I felt with anyway, because he was out there getting kind of touched up a little bit. Then he just said, "Man, fuck this shit, man. Let me get this dude up out of here because he's doing a little too much." And he went over there and got him. You know what I'm saying? So I give him credit, but salute to TJ Donnie because he made it look good as long as it lasted.
Well, that's what you expect. Make it look good as long as you can, because when it's over, it's over. Dino 404 said Gary Russell Jr. said he'll be there. Gary needs to fight, period, if he's still a fighter.
Man, Gary talking about pulling up on somebody, but he ain't pulled up yet. When that nigga gonna pull up? He been getting into it with Tank and Crawford, and motherfuckers ain't pulled up on nothing yet. Like, he just be talking just to be in the mix and to be relevant, man. It seemed like he transitioned into a trainer. They Pops passed away, you know, RIP to him, salute to him. And it seemed like the older brother is starting to slide in and train the little brothers. So let's just put all this bullshit to the side, man. The man about, what, 35, 36? Let the youngsters have their day. Slide to the trainer role, train your brothers, and do it like that. That's what I think.
So what you said is his battery kept going out every time he got ready to go pull up, and nobody could give him a jump.
Yeah, for real.
Because, yeah, I don't know what to say about Gary. Leo got greedy. Eric also said he thought Monster fought Cool Boy at 126. Was it a catch weight?
Nah, they fought at 122. Cool Boy Steph was the unified champion at 122, and then they fought for undisputed against each other. So that was at 122, my dear brother. Cool Boy Steph just moved to 126 in his last fight when he went out there and fought that Mexican, Carlos Castro. And salute to Gary. Cool Boy Steph. Salute to Cool Boy Steph for getting that victory. Came off a layoff. He was coming off his first defeat by stoppage at that. Went and fought a very credible opponent that we bet on because we thought he had action, especially on Mexican Independence weekend. And Cool Boy Steph closed that fight like a champion. He needed that 12th round, and he went out there and got it. So salute to Cool Boy Steph, man. But yeah, he just made it to 126.
And there it is.
He about to have a rematch with the Heartbreaker at 126.
Oh,
yeah.
I know the hard. I can't think of his name.
Brandon Figueroa.
Brandon Figueroa. MJ and Nakatani are good fights for Inouye as well. This is coming from D-Lo 404.
You say what?
MJ and Nakatani are good fights for Inouye as well.
Those are the fights for Inouye, in my opinion. You know, that motherfucker MJ been wanting to fight him for a while. That's Miradron Akhmadaliyev. Got 300 and some amateur fights. He a 4 on the scale. You know what I'm saying? He did take. They got a common opponent though. Marlon Tapales. That motherfucker. Anyway, stopped him, and Miradron Akhmadaliyev, he went the distance with him and lost by split decision. So I think that Anyway got the edge in that, but that's a great fight. In the Nakatani fight, Nakatani looking like a special type of fighter. That could be very dangerous. I'm very interested in seeing that. I got so much respect for Nakatani as a southpaw with long arms and power that if he fight against Bam Rodriguez, I got to favor Nakatani. Bam is my guy, but I got to favor Nakatani in that fight.
Whoa, I'm like almost speechless because I know you, Bam, your guy. You said that plenty of times. I'm like, wait, what? You just shocked my hearing.
That's my guy, bro. But I just been seeing so much evidence in southpaw versus southpaw matchups that if you got the taller guy with the longer reach and he also got a punch, he gonna have the advantage in that matchup. And that's exactly what that is. This guy's naturally bigger. He got the longer arms, and he can knock in the next week. Like, he is one of the pound for pound hardest punchers in boxing. When you got the smaller weight classes, you normally don't see people that punch like him. And he knocking out foes and shit. Like, he knocked out a Maloney brother, just like Anyway did. He knocked out one too, but this guy is hitting hard, bro. And I just think he a special looking fighter, bro. I gotta favor him over Bam. I would be pulling for Bam. Don't get me wrong, that's my guy. But if I bet, nigga, I'm putting my money on Nakatani.
I hear you. Hyphy, I'm gonna put your question up on the screen. I'm gonna go ahead and drop me and my bros because I know my sis listening. And while y'all do that, I'm gonna take a run for it. So here go me and my bros. Slow down.
Niggas bumping when they come through, but they don't know who they talking to. Come on, let them do what they do, cause when it's over good. These niggas bumping when they come through, but they don't know who they talking to. Come on, let them do what they do, cause when it's over good. I'm ticking like a bomb, but quietly like a Rolex. Cleaning off my hands while asking these niggas who next in my family. I'm the baby that say it's danger in the streets. When I step off the curb, I'm the danger in the streets. My brothers be diplomatic, that means that they're talking true. But once you see me coming, that means that the talk is through. Where my homies? Out here stacking paper, and I don't have homies, I got brothers just raising traders. Before you hit the block with your foolish pride, I can see the future you's about to be a homicide. We busting caps, no cap, matter of fact, really a cap in the laughing at the people screaming, now please make it. These niggas bumping when they come through, but they don't know who they talking to. Come on, let them do what they do, cause when it's over good. These niggas bumping when they come through. That is. They don't know who they talking to. No, they don't. Come on, let them do what they do, cause when it's over good. We out here acting a fool, not trying to break no rules. We breaking boys' brains, they hoping that we lose. I say keep them close, that way you can watch. Don't shit make some carrots. Boys be acting like cops, always on some bullshit. Stirred up peeping game, scoping body language, standing like some dames, slipping on the constant, never out the way. Not paying you no mind, gon' get damn straight. In my room, we gon' creep up on the low. Seeing what y'all doing and put it on the floor. That's for sure. In my room, we gon' step up on the scene. Put your looking ass just a G, we gon' be clean. Look at me, these niggas bumpin' when they come through, but they don't know who they talking to. Come let them do what they do, cause when it's over, it's all good. These niggas bumpin' when they come through, but they don't know who they talking to. Come let them do what they do, cause when it's over, it's all good. You niggas talk that talk, but then they walk differently. The difference is we elite. They in the bitches league where the snitches bleed, and the snakes switching the weed, steady lying seed without proper water and feed. Fuck you mean? Jump on the scene like what? Get you with two with the gun, deep mud, what? Yes. Deep on the shit, not anymore. Hits to the core, left his body bruised and evil sore. He swore he was Teflon tough, couldn't be touched, but even Teflon breaks down when the heat's too much. Trust, my bros right in the back, ready to snap. Bulldozing niggas running them over like woman sap. Rush smoke. Niggas bumping when they come through, but they don't know who they talking to. Come on, let them do what they do, cause when it's over, it's all good. These niggas bumping when they come through, but they don't know who they talking to. Go on, let them do what they do, cause when it's over, it's all on you.
Niggas bump their gums when they walk away. They mouth and roll a check, their ass can't cash is what we used to say. I see you feel the snakish home strikes, what I'm telling you. This nigga straight vagina, why you think we keep on running through? Then you got these busters that be claiming that they running things, until we bring the pressure, now you find out that it's running things. Waving a white flag, oh now you wanna stop the beef. Let me make it clear, I'll stop once I have squashed the beef. Get it?
We back. I'm back. It's all going down the same. The handling of Tszyu is beyond terrible. Tim is a moneymaker, and they ruined him. Dumb decision followed by dumb decision. These are the words of Hyphy. Now, I would beg to ask, what dumb decision after what dumb decision? The fight, you feel like, I'm guessing that the fight where he got the injury to his head from the elbow, you're thinking that maybe they should have stopped that fight instead of letting him keep going and trying to gain what was he fighting for? Unified? What would he try to do? Unify or keep his belts? Whichever way, you think they should have stopped it? And what do you think, they put him in the ring with the wrong guy? And if so, why do you think that? Because I really don't see too much of bad decision making in what he went up against. You know, if he had won, we would not be saying that.
Yeah, I think they should have stopped that fight when he fought against Fundora. I think that's at least one of the dumb decisions for sure.
Okay. D-Lo is favors that. He said Fundora at the last minute replacement was dumb. Let me see if anything else go with that conversation. Okay. Gary Russell seems to have the ultimate little man complex. You think so? He do seem like a little upset. Let me not say little upset. He does seem like an upset fighter of the short stature. Because he do seem to call out some guys that seem just a tad bit bigger than him all the time.
But when Lomachenko moved up there, he jumped out there with him, though. So, you know, if you're in his weight class, he'll fight you too, though. So, salute to Gary Russell Jr.
for having that dog in him, no matter how big he is.
4.5 on the pedigree scale.
But here you break down father being gone, him training his brothers and stuff a lot more than seeing him really talking about getting into the ring and fighting somebody. might be a transition that we see taking place. He just barking just to be barking, you know. He gonna try to get his brothers up to par and let them go out there and put the work in.
Yeah.
But that last fight that I saw his brother in, I just happened to catch him in a fight. It wasn't the guy with the long arms. It was another guy that he was going damn near tooth and nail with.
Francis Barthélemy.
That may be it. That may be the fight. He was rocking old Junior. No, not Junior. Antoine. He was rocking old Antoine in that fight a lot. He kind of had Antoine looking a little confused out there.
I mean, but at the same time, that's Francis Barthélemy. That's a fucking 4.5. You know what I'm saying? The Cuban, 300 some amateur fight. So you can't hold that against him too much. He went out there and got the job done. I ain't really too mad at him because he having trouble with guys that's a lot bigger than him, as far as stature, and they high on the pedigree scale. Same thing with La Vispa. That motherfucker like a folk. Dominican Republic. They was hot at the time too. Well, they still kind of hot. They got some good fighters out there. They done took some losses, you know what I'm saying? But he hasn't. He's still undefeated. I know he got popped with the PEDs, and everybody thought he was gonna come back trash, and he came back whooping ass. Looked outstanding in that fight, in my opinion. Went out there and outboxed him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't hold it against Antoine too much. And plus, he was coming off a year layoff. So I just think that's a tough place to be. You coming off a year layoff and going straight into a fight with La Vispa, and that's supposed to turn out well. Like, shit, nigga, that's a bad dude. That motherfucker went out there and beat Ali Akhmedov for his championship. That's an Olympian. He went out there and beat him. This dude is not no joke. So I cut him a little slack, Gary Antoine Russell.
I was just looking at the fact that I was like, damn, he really going hard in that fight. That fight in particular, he was really. I was like, because when I first saw it, you know, coming across it, I didn't realize it was Gary until a couple of seconds. I was like, wait, that's the Antoine boy.
Yeah, he got limitations, man. He'll run through a brick wall type of fighter. And he went off in there with somebody that had some finesse. And just like my boy D-Lo, he always say, some fighters, they don't know how to make adjustments. They just do what they do, but do it harder. And he one of them type guys. Like, he come in, he fight the way he fight. He gonna come in a straight line behind his jab, and he gonna jump on you like a pit bull dog and get up in your chest. That's the way he was able to beat Ennis, because he got up in his chest and didn't give him space to do nothing. But if that shit don't work, he don't know how to change up and come with something else. He do it harder and more aggressive, more ferocious. And it just didn't work on this guy. This guy was just too educated. He was too skilled. His arms was too long. He was too tall. He was too smooth, too graceful. And he took the loss.
It be like that sometimes. Eric also, man, I'm rooting for Cool Boy because he versus Bruce Carrington would be a great scrap.
Only thing is, this dude, Bruce Carrington, they moving him along pretty good. Like, he already scheduled to fight next month. And he fighting against a quality guy that most people have probably never heard of. His name is Dana Coolwell. He got an amateur background. He come from Australia. He got 2 losses, but both of them were by split decision. So, you know, according to at least 2 judges in the world, he could be undefeated. You know what I'm saying? He got an outstanding jab, a very tough guy. We have actually bet on him in the past, and he went out there and won some money for us. Plus 220. We took him by decision. It was probably about a year ago or something like that. And this is a quality fighter. So I love the activity from Bruce Carrington. They keeping him busy. They keeping him active. And they putting him off in there with some quality guys. His last fight, some people think he probably lost, but he fought an Olympian that was coming off a hot win over Ruben Villa. And now he going into his next fight next month against a underrated opponent, a quality opponent, solid opponent, especially for a contender. It ain't like this guy is a defending champion. He's a contender. And this type of fight right here is a very good fight. It's a fight where he can learn something. And it's a fight where his opponent is coming thinking he can win. He not coming just to be a showcase. He coming to actually win the fight. So salute to Top Rank, man. What they're doing with Tszyu Carrington and him versus Cool Buck would be an outstanding fight. You know what I'm saying? I just think he'll probably be a little too much because of the way the Top Rank is moving it. You know, I feel like Top Rank fighters have the edge in the way they're moved over PBC fighters in the way they move. But one thing I will say though, I'm probably wrong about this because I forgot. Cool Boy Steph is one of them fighters that was moved very well early too. He fought all kind of undefeated motherfuckers. He was fighting a heartbreaker and all them type dudes. So I probably got to take back what I just said. Actually, I just said all that shit for no reason.
Not no reason. Jumping in the chat real quick, the ones that count. Bam need to be on pound for pound. That little nigga want all the smoke. Bam a good fighter. I like the way he moved in and out. That fight sticks in my head, the way he moved in and out and was catching the old boy and then stepped to the side. That was beautiful. He go hard in the paint.
He is pound for pound. Yeah, he is pound for pound. The only problem I have is that his biggest win was an opponent coming off a 2-year layoff. Well, not a 2-year layoff. When they fight, they fought at the end of 2023 in El Gallo. He hadn't fought since 2022, so it was like a year and some change. He was coming off a pretty substantial layoff though. So I give him credit for the win, but at the same time, I mean, goddamn, the man was coming off a big layoff.
I remember you speaking on that before.
Oh yeah, we go to the context.
Yeah, how if you say they didn't get they didn't even get a rematch clause when they gave Fundora their contract? Terribly dumb. Well, in my opinion, the only time you make mistakes like that is when you feel like you got this in the bag pretty much. You know, who's to say he wouldn't have had it in the bag? Freak accident with the elbow, cutting his head, that changed the whole dynamic of the fight. And, you know, it just did. I understand it was said that the fight should have been stopped. I think the cut was before the 4th round, so he could have got it stopped with a no contest, right? So I guess that would have been the best move. In hindsight, looking at it, they should have made that move. So I see where you're going at, Hyphy. Go ahead, Trey.
Now the cut, it might have happened before 4, but they fought past 4, and that's when they could have stopped it, and he was actually up on the cards. But as far as the rematch clause, I think that's some hindsight shit. I mean, this man was coming off a knockout loss going into this fight, last minute replacement. Who is looking at him as this dangerous opponent that you need a rematch clause? We have a pretty astute group of boxing fans over here, so a lot of us were actually giving Fundora a chance in that fight as a last minute replacement. So, you know, we saw that, but I don't think that's the type of situation where you're looking for a rematch clause, in my opinion. I mean, I think that should be reserved for like a more dangerous type of situation. You got a man that's a last minute replacement and he coming off a knockout loss. That's who you want a rematch clause with? I don't know, man.
Not to mention, Tim was hot going into that fight. You know, he had been running through people. Who would have expected that would have happened to him? So
Tim also got that shit in his mind that he a warrior and he got to prove it all the time. So he might not even want a rematch clause. On the cool, that's why he wanted to stay in that Fundora fight. It probably got a lot to do with the way that he reacted when he fought against Murder Laziv and was getting hurt. He ain't the type of motherfucker that want to hold and run. He want to show you how much of a man he is. He want to man up out there. And you know, that wasn't a good time to do that. So I think he will reject the rematch clause personally.
Just one of those type of fighters. I'm gonna get the job done. If I don't get it done, he was better.
Yeah, but you know, if you his team, sometimes you got to protect your fighter from themselves. You know, no matter how much of a Spartan warrior motherfucker that you think you are now, nigga, we about to stop this fight. You're bleeding all over the place. We can't stop this shit. It's crazy. We about to stop the fight. We think you up on the cards. Let's just win today and look good next time. That's what I would have done.
Huh.
And
The
take the
next thing,
pressure off of him. Stand up as a trainer and say, I'm the one that stopped the fight. Don't leave him out there to explain this shit. I stopped the fight. I'm making a decision. I don't give a damn what he want to do. This is what we doing. Stopping the fight. Going home with the belts. Hey, but one thing I do got to say, though, because I've been hard on Murder's Aziz because I just don't understand the numbers as far as, like, how are you going the distance with people that was getting knocked out in 5 rounds by Xander Zayas? But I do have to give credit to the fact that sometimes when a fighter wins a belt, they get 20% better. And maybe that could be the case for him. Like, he went out there, he won his belt in his last fight against Jack Koke. Maybe he just got that 20% and put it on Tim Tszyu. I gotta say that's a possibility as well.
okay. He surely put it on Tim because when Tim got caught the first time, he said I looked up like, what just happened? I mean, he snapped his neck good, caught him right on the chin.
I do have to say this though. When Hyphy was saying that Tim Tszyu might be shot, I haven't seen the in the ring shit that would make me think that he's shot, but his body did look a little different to me. Like, it didn't look as saturated as I normally see him when he on the scale. It looked a little bit more skinny to me. You know what I'm saying? So that made me think it might be some physical shit. It makes me not surprised that he didn't have much punch resistance because he looked kind of drawed up to me. Like, he looked dry or real skinny. So maybe they just fucked up in training, maybe overtraining or something. I don't know. But his body did look different to me, and that does lend some credence to him being shot.
Wow. I would have thought that. He comes with this question. The Brian Norman hype has settled down a lot. Are boxing fans officially done with the Normans? How do they reign favor among the fans? They did talk some good game for a little while, but they should have been able to have a fight at the end of all that talk to burn something into people's memory other than just the conversation that they was having about being lowballed or what have you. If they could have had a fight with somebody that would have been good enough to satisfy the public, then his name could still ring a little bit. But right now, I don't know. They're gonna have to just fight it out. The Normans gonna have to fight it out. I think they messed up with all the extra talking that they did.
Nah, they messed up when they signed to fight Derrick Cuevas. Don't nobody know who the fuck that is. So, like, you coming off this great, amazing victory, instead of striking while the iron is hot, you decide to go fight Derrick Cuevas that ain't nobody ever heard of. You killed your own buzz, especially after the talking. You know, so I think they did it to themselves. But he should go out there and stop this guy. So we'll see what's coming up next. I got to say, Floyd Schofield got a pretty tough fight coming up soon. I think it's going to be at the beginning of next month. He fighting a 3-name Mexican named Rene Tellez Giron that got a stoppage victory over an Olympian that came up with Shakur Stevenson now. Can't think of his fucking name right now. He fight for top rank, but he got stopped by Giron with a left hook in the 6th round. One of the sweetest left hooks that you'll see. I'm talking about left hook, boom, he's out of there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he ain't never been stopped or nothing like that. Floyd Schofield got a tough fight against that guy, man. Well, I ain't gonna say necessarily a tough fight. That's gonna show us something. This guy is a truth teller. That's what Giron is. He displays what the truth is about you. So if he really that guy, he gonna go out there and beat this guy. If he's not that guy, he gonna go out there and struggle with this guy. So we gonna get some questions answered about Schofield. And if he get hit with that left hook, we get a chance to see what kind of chin he got. If he get hurt, we get a chance to see what kind of recuperative abilities he got. So I'm really looking forward to that fight.
D-Lo said overtraining is possible. When you consider he was training for Virgil, then had to pull out, then started training for the title shot. I forgot that he was supposed to fight Virgil.
Yeah, I was just thinking, how much training did he do for Virgil though? Well, he was out, he was out the ring for 7 months. He might have been training that whole time, or it's a possibility that the cut prevented him from training. So it's kind of hard to know what was going on with Tszyu, but I can say his body looked different to me. I didn't see the same saturation, and when we don't have that saturation and you dry it out, that can lead to less punch resistance because of the lack of cerebrospinal fluid, because you all draw it up. So yeah, I think they showed up, man, that lack of punch resistance.
Yeah, he showed up all right.
Either that or that other motherfucker was juicing. Either this man, he had low punch resistance, or that other guy was juicing. Those are the two choices for me.
Juiced or drawn up. Those are bad choices. What if you was drawn up and he was juiced? Oh, you just stand a chance.
Yeah.
Dang. He said, D-Lo said, I think Norman injured his hand again and is out of that fight.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Damn, that's very disappointing, man. That hurt.
All that talking. Because you wanted to be a millionaire. You wanted to walk away with $1 million.
Yeah, that hurt right there.
They were pretty close. He said they were pretty close to the Virgil fight, but he couldn't spar, which is why he pulled out.
Yeah, I remember that. Couldn't spar. So they were close to the fight. So he might have got 5-6 weeks in or some shit is what he's saying.
That's a lot, I guess. That's a lot to stop and then start up again.
Yeah.
I was
just thinking, who is this trainer? Like, do they have any experience with that type of shit? Because if they don't know what they're doing, I could definitely see him over victim to something. Yeah, because Tszyu is a very headstrong fighter, man. I can see them having to kick him out the gym. And I'm like, do they have a coach that will do that? Because some coaches, like, they let you do what you want, either like outside the gym, or some coaches let you do what you want inside the gym. And that can lead to a fighter being overtrained because he want to go through the circuit 3 or 4 times in a row and shit, because he thinking the harder that he working, the better. But he ain't giving himself enough time to rest. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a regular training camp. So I could see Tszyu having 2 training camps. I could see him having a opportunity to overtrain.
Huh.
I'm with D-Lo. So basically, I'm with D-Lo on that.
Okay. But there you have it, D-Lo. There you have it. Well, bro, I think we did touch everything about boxing that I wanted to touch tonight. Plus, I got some laundry to do. With that being said, you want to close out and say anything before I shut it down?
Yeah, man. Appreciate you letting me get on the panel. Like always, you know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody in the chat. I can't think of what fights we got coming up this weekend, but I know that we got some 15 fights on the Champ Ross. So we're going to have some action out there. More than likely, me and Yasa going to be watching fights on the Discord like we do every week. Hyphy be pulling up too. Salute to him. If y'all ain't doing shit, come check the fights out with us. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't going to talk y'all to death, man. Salute.
Well, with that being said, he said, I just got done with laundry 2 minutes ago. Yeah, but I got to go ahead and do it. He said, bye, Boxing Associates. Great show. Appreciate it. Well, before I end it out, I'm going to hit y'all with all day because we slowed that one down too. Here you go, big sis. I love you.
We go harder than concrete. Me and my body get smoked out. Ice chest full of beer. Cheers, this the dirty south. Fuck being down and out. We hit this bitch trying to stay alive. Peace city, my nigga. See you trying to get your money. Peace set it for life. Now I fuck with it. You better show your stand straight. You don't bring with me. Standing up on all teams. All teams. It's on the heat. Same deal. Same shit all across the bitch. No matter where you live. Hold it down. Shout out across the Southwest side. Make your time straight. All day. All day. All day. Get your money and you can't wait. All day. All day. All day. Where it's real and there's no face. All day. All day. Good shit. All day. Trying to stay out the way. All day. All day. All day. Make sure that the fam straight. All day. All day. All day. Get your money and you can't wait. All day. All day. All day. Where it's real and there's no face. All day. All day. Good shit. All day. Trying to stay out the way. All day. All day. All day.
Making shit up out the straight. What I do, keep doing by my beats. Making shit up out the geeks. Saying little prayers. I'm glad I got to know ya. I'll be here to the end. I'm the only master bride.
Making sure that the fam straight. All day. All day. All day. Get your money and you can't wait. All day. All day. All day. Where it's real and there's no face. All day. All day. Good shit. All day. Trying to stay out the way. All day. All day. All day. Making sure that the fam straight. All day. All day. All day. Get your money and you can't wait. All day. All day. All day. Where it's real and there's no face. All day. All day. Good shit. All day. Trying to stay out the way. All day. All day. All day.
I pray pretty much in the book and I don't sleep. They can't need, they can't need, and I don't sleep. Y'all make way for my kid. Guard dog up all night. Making sure everybody sleep tight. Checking the perimeter with their bag on me, making sure that it's alright. I never leave my post alone, even if it means posting alone. I ain't talking about all, I'm talking about literally leaving my post alone. Some people looking under pressure. Oh no, not see. I'll make sure that my family always equal up to me.
Making sure that the fam straight. All day. All day. All day. Get your money and you can't wait. All day. All day. All day. Where it's real and there's no face. All day. All day. Good shit. All day. Trying to stay out the way. All day. All day. All day. Make sure that the fam straight. All day. All day. All day. Get your money and you can't wait. All day. All day. All day. Where it's real and there's no face. All day. All day. Good shit. All day. Trying to stay out the way. All day. All day.
I got that retired money, so the fam is good. Bought a home out in the country, moved us out of the hood. When circumstances were bad, we converted to good. Every time they said I couldn't, I showed them I could. These haters plotting my downfall, I'm wishing you would. You 10 steps ahead of you, you back where I stood. Nigga, you should understand this boy don't play. Regardless of what you say, we bring that heat all day. Let go.
One more, and we out.
Smell the love. Smell the love. Smell the love. Smell the love. Niggas don't rock me and hide their hands, so I gotta keep grinding to make this plan work. I hit a whisper, let them hating on me. I left the windows open that way, the hate be free. Nothing about Z softly, don't tempt me. The spit flows and lies and leave things empty. I done did time, kid, don't resent me. What I went for, just know I did sin, man.
Oh,
Mama told me to watch my back, cause I'm the only one here that'll watch like that. Keep my eyes on the prize, watch where my steps land. Souls hang around, they'll bring deception. For those that'll bring, better have protection. Situations change, make a misdirection. If I show the pole, yeah, it's gon' pop. Once I get the squeeze, then I won't stop, nah.